And about how, they live in this sort of isolated place, but that's where I guess this is part how alienation from one group can mean acceptance of another. Kind of alienated in their own area in a way, but they get accepted, by fans and, conventions and stuff. And what I said back in the beginning where I presumed something, it's still in a good way. I guess I assumed it was going to be more about, like, the main, how a lot of documentaries have, like, a main theme? I thought it was going to be more about the state of horror today, as opposed to, like, the 80s. About how horror films are kind of seem downhill, but at the same time, has it really gone downhill, or is it more our personal preferences? Because their first show, I mean, I still remember listening to their first show in 2005, where it was about how, horror films sucked this year. And, that it would go more into, like, the torture films and CGI blood and, how even that's affected independent films, like George Romero's new stuff, like Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead. That, I thought it would be more about, like, more on the conflict between them and Fangoria, which they have a deleted scene, which touches on that a little bit. But I thought it was going to be more about that kind of stuff, like the state of horror, how they're kind of like, I always think kind of like the renegades of, where, they don't give their opinion, but it's like they're the mainstream horror films, and how even some of the independent horror films and the torture stuff, and I thought it was going to be more about that. Like, that was going to be the main hook, and, Fangoria, and them versus Eli Roth, and them versus Rob Zombie, his fucking Halloween movie. I thought it was going to be more about that, but it goes a different route, which is a nice thing. And I think it really comes together, the stuff with Aaron, and that's not discounting CK West's stuff at all. But with Aaron, how Uncle Bill, I don't keep flip-flopping, I'm sorry. He has a professional life, and he has a professional life, but also doing the deadpan, how they're kind of clashing. It's one of those things where it sucks, but you 100% understand it. Because that's how life is, That's how life is. And I guess Uncle Bill's actually, Uncle Bill's the one right here. He's actually going to try, he's getting his, I forget what you call it, degree. He's going to be a counselor for, like, substance abuse and stuff like that. I thought, wow, that gives a whole new level of respect to the guy. And I respect these guys very much, but that's a tough job. I couldn't even imagine doing that. Listen to people's problems all day. I'd probably be the worst counselor ever. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, that or give them mellow yellow, which that ain't gonna help shit. I'd probably fucking talk to them and then they kill themselves. By fucking taking their dick and wrapping around their head and hanging themselves with it. Just to fucking piss me off and sign, hey Matt, fuck you. Right on their ass when people find the body. But just to piss me off and... Anyway. It's a bad image, I know. But I know this is going probably into 2 parts, I'm talking a lot, but the Into the Pit, that's part of it with how, he's sort of dealing between the two. It was something I didn't know about. Maybe that's the thing, like, if you don't know anything about Dead Pit, this is a great way to get into it. That's a great way to get into it and then check out the show. But you can always check out the show, it's free. But if you're interested, it's definitely a great thing. It's very entertaining. These two guys have a lot of heart and soul. You relate to them easily, very relatable. And they talk with their family, and you can see a lot of yourself in these guys. How you'll like something, which some people trying to put you down on, but then you find other people who kind of relate to you. It's always a nice thing. And also about how, they got to talk to John Carpenter and George Romero, two very solid interviews that they got to do with those guys. And I just thought it'd be more of the conflicts and the rise against, the state of horror today. But maybe that's the point. It's the fact that they do that, but check out the show, because they talk about it on the show many, many times. So maybe that's the point, is that here's an introduction to Dead Pit, now check them out and you'll find more about it. Maybe that's their point. But either way, this is a very solid documentary. It has some features, deleted scenes, some fan interviews. Actually, I have here, I can go into the menu. Just read it out. Special features. Deleted scenes, trailer, an extended fan interview from the guy Zombie. Very funny interview. More of James Pooley talking about Dead Pit. Dead Pit watches Back Roads, which, if Uncle Bill's watching, I love how right at the beginning, he's like watching this, he listens to this girl narrate or something. Dude, you can't see the screen, but I love what Aaron's like. That look made me laugh my ass off. Like, he's watching Back Roads, which is a little independent film they got to be a part of. But right at the beginning, you see like some girl, you hear some girl talking, Uncle Bill's like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is she talking about? I don't know if that's what, it made me laugh, but, in a good way. But, this is a very solid film. They actually got a official selection, A Night of Horror, and Sci-Fi London. Wow, they like them in London. That's cool. But anyway, I know this went into 2 parts. I talked too damn much, but it deserves it. These guys, I hope. I haven't been on the Dead Pit website in a while. Not by choice, mainly because either I've been too busy, I've been too tired, I've been too lazy, I've been at work, I've been jerking off, my gold plate dick, too much information, I've been drinking Mellow Yellow, been watching movies, doing stuff on here, because it's a fun hobby, and it's my own fault, but I've been listening. I caught a few of the new shows so far, but definitely check them out, and I'm going to put a link to their channel. They're also on YouTube, of course. But I'm going to put the website, and I'm going to put a website to the Into the Pit website, which, by the way, this was very fast shipping. The shipping was very fast, very quick. But yeah, it's a 95-minute documentary. That's very heartwarming, very nice, with 2 guys who you can easily relate to. And one last thing before I end this. The Dead Pit guys have gotten to do a Horror Talk radio show. They've gotten a documentary. There's one more thing you guys gotta do, if they're watching. Dead Pit, the movie. You know Harold and Kumar go to White Castle? CK and Uncle Bill go to KFC. And it could be like, maybe it's a new KFC in New York that has this, I don't know why the KFC will only be in New York, but I just picture them traveling from Kentucky to New York, and Tiffany Shepard could play the Neil Patrick Harris character, sniffing coke off a woman's ass. Who would not want to see that? But CK and Uncle Bill go to KFC. Dead Pit the movie. I think we all looking forward to that. So I hope to see that soon, guys. And check out Into the Pit, the shocking story of deadpit.com. It's definitely worth your time, worth your effort, and worth your money. And I'm glad to own it in my collection. So thanks for watching, and once again, thanks to Aaron, Uncle Bill, and Wes, CK, for all the great times, the great shows, the fun, and just being very decent, down-to-earth people. So, and a bunch of people reviewed this, so I'm a nobody. But, hey, I'm a fan. I want to talk about him, so fuck it. So, thanks for watching, and we will see you later. Ciao.